Hi, everybody. I'm going to go over problem 1-105. I think it's a good review of linear functions. And so I wanted to do this without Desmos, although I know you could type it into Desmos and kind of figure out the slope. So we're trying to find the equation for a line. So the key word there is line, and I'm going to find it in y equals mx plus b. It doesn't tell me I have to find it in that, but to me, that's the easiest form. So in order to find the slope, I'm just going to use what we learned back in Algebra 2. Algebra 1, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That'll give me the slope. Okay, so I'm finding m that way. I'm going to label this one x1, y1, x2, y2. So now let's plug in what we know. Negative 3 minus 0 over 0 minus 2. So now I get negative 3 on top, negative 2 on the bottom. Simplify the two negatives. My slope is 3 over 2. Okay, so far what I can fill in is y equals m, 3 over 2, x plus b. Okay, so now we still have to fill in the b value. Actually, we can realize, hopefully, that this is the b value. B means the y-intercept. A y-intercept is always 0, comma, a number. So this is the y-intercept, and the answer is going to be negative 3 we plug in there. But let's say you didn't realize that. So what would you do? Well, you would take this x and this y and plug it in here. Technically, you can use either x or y, either point. So let's say, you know what, I don't want to use that point. I'm going to use the other one. So I'm going to actually choose to plug this one into this equation. So let's see. 0 is the y, so 0 equals 3 over 2x, x is 2, plus b. So I took this point and I plugged it in here. 0 equals, these two will cancel out because 3, this 2 is on top. It's like 2 over 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 over 2 is 3. Or you can just cancel these 2's. So you get 3 plus b. We're going to get b by itself by moving the 3 to the other side, negative 3. Just like we had thought, because this is the y-intercept. So if you realize that, you could have just plugged in negative 3. So what's my final answer to this question? Y equals 3 over 2x minus 3. This is the equation. If I was lucky enough to have Desmos, which you guys are right now, I would go plug this equation in and double check, does it go through these 2 points? Then I know I got it right. I know I kind of quickly talked about this fraction. I just want to double check. You can do it a couple ways. 3 over 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 1, 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's how I got this 3. Or you can also just cancel the 2's and get 3 over 1. Okay, so this is the answer, and this is the way I want to remind you guys how to do it. The next problem I'm not going to do with you guys, 106, but I have it written here because I want you to realize it says solve each equation. What you're going to do is you're going to try to factor. Don't forget you have to move this 12 over. So 3x squared minus 7x minus 12 equals 0. But you're going to realize you can't factor. And when you can't factor, you have to use quadratic formula. So this problem is a review of quadratic formula. And if you click homework help, it will remind you of that as well. Okay, you can shut this down now and get to work. Bye, guys.